Hello you. Well, it is almost approaching December and I haven't really been doing much in the garden. A lot of the stuff that I planted ended up being killed by the frost, which was quite disturbing to say the least. And then what ended up happening is we went on a bit of a holiday, came back. My grandma had a couple of tomatoes spare, so I took that and I'm going to be planting that into the yard. I've already planted two. The next step is we've got some peppers that she had left over, probably maybe 30 or so, which I'm going to plant into my garden, and at least I'll have something this year. And a couple of other things that I want to put in is zucchinis. We tend to love zucchinis quite a lot, so we're gonna get some this year as well. And this year we've had some success with fruit trees. The plum tree that's behind me has so much plum on it that we don't even know what to do with it. We'll have pears, peach cots, and yeah, many other fruits this year, versus last year was predominantly vegetables. I still have some dill and some onion left in this bed, and I've also put some more peppers in there as well. So all of those peach cots now have more or less matured. I cut them down a little bit too late, which basically means that they're going to be a little bit smaller than what they would usually, but I think I'm still pretty happy with the volume of fruit on this tree. It'll be good. Yeah, I think, and it's very sweet fruit. It's super sweet. It's just one of those really nice refreshing fruits to eat. So these are the peppers that I planted. My son is just playing with his boat. Is that a boat, Luca? Is that a boat? Yeah. So we've got 6x5, probably at least 30 in there, I'd say. And that's going to be enough peppers for our family to use. Those peppers there, so that was a full tray when I got it. I still have some dill and some onion left in this bed, and I've also put some more peppers in there as well. So another one of my favorites is these nasturtiums, which have a very peppery taste, and they're great in salads. And if you've got a boring old just green salad, it just gives it a bit of colour and certainly brings it so much more taste. Want to see something amazing? See this silver beet here? That one there? All of that? That silver beet is bigger than my cherry tree. And during winter we obviously were taking stuff off it, but we clearly didn't take enough and it just went to seed. So now I'm going to have to pull it out and put something else there for summer. Or the other option is to leave it there and collect the seeds off it when it flowers, and use that as a way to get some seeds for my next planting next year, or really end of this year. Just look at the size of this stem. It is massive. So it's probably the size of my hand. It's huge. And that is a silver beet when it's left ungrown, or overgrown I should say. I think there's definitely going to be some olives as well. Every branch has so many olives there, so I think we might be able to pickle some olives this year. There's nothing better than pickled olives, I think. And the biggest surprise in my garden is the actual kiwi fruit. I was not expecting for my kiwi fruit to be this vigorous, or at least have this much growth. It basically has a lot more growth than some of my grapevines do, and as anyone that's grown grapevines before knows that grapevines just grow like crazy. But looks like these kiwi fruit grow even crazier. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them produce fruit, hopefully in not too distant future. If anyone's got any special instructions on how to care for these, let me know. I'd be more than happy to take that on board and hopefully implement it here so they actually produce. Another one of my complete favourite fruits, I don't even know if it's probably a fruit actually, it's this pepino plant, and it's just gone absolutely crazy. It was in a pot before, it was quite root bound, so I've pulled all the bits and pieces out, chucked it into the ground here, gave it a bit of a boost with manure and so forth, and it's just gone crazy. Just the amount of growth that it has, and it was probably just a third of that, not even a couple of months beforehand. Not even a third, I reckon it was like a quarter of this. And those are the flowers that the pepino produces, so dare I say it's going to be producing pretty soon by the looks of things, as soon as those flowers start flowering. So very first time in this particular garden that we're going to have proper citrus fruit, and we've got an orange and we've also got a mandarin. And these two trees, so one here and one just behind there, the two trees that I have in my garden right now, on this part of the garden anyway. And my grapevines have had an amazing fruit set this year. All of them are quite big. They obviously haven't reached their full size for the year, so they're going to obviously grow a little bit more. But all that it's up to me now is to make sure that they're watered regularly, and I'll feed them a little bit more as well. I haven't actually fed them at all so far, so I was going to feed them a little bit, and that should be it. It's just some regular watering because they're still quite young. But those are my 2 tomatoes that I've planted so far. I've got another 6 to plant, and I'm going to have to put them somewhere in the yard. Then also decided to clear up some space here for some of those peppers that are going to be needing some place to be planted. So I've got some pears in this backyard as well, and this is one of the pears trees, and one of them is behind me, and this one's actually produced quite well. It was quite an early pear, and the one behind me just finished flowering, so we'll see if there's anything on that one in a couple of weeks time. But this is the first time that we're actually got pears at our house, in our home. So this is about 3 years in, 3 years after we've looked at it, pruned it vigorously, and now it's started producing some nice fruit.
You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, there you go. Pleasure. Kako look at pleasure. Ah. He was such a good boy, but not even one bit of a cry.
I can't believe he's actually following you. Well done.
Is that a fluff? Yeah.
That is a nice haircut though.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to go back there. The guy that did it was so good. He was really good with kids, and then look, I got a lollipop and he was so happy. He finished it right away.